your children from respect differently from the way you were raised. You are interested in doing gentle parenting, but how do you make this thing work? Today we are going to talk about how to make gentle parenting work, why many people who follow gentle parenting and read about it might not find success. They keep dealing with the same behaviors over and over again. So if you're not doing fear-based methods such as spanking or timeouts, so how do you do to get your children to listen, to keep the order in your house, but at the same time without breaking your child's confidence? If you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Marcela Collier. I am a mom of twin toddlers. I am a therapeutic provider of children. I help children with behavioral needs, and I'm here, a parenting with understanding educator. If you like gentle parenting, I encourage you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I know I don't have to convince you that spanking your children is harmful for them. You want to raise your children differently, but how do you do this effectively? Do you sometimes feel like a loss of tools? Back in the day, way before I became a therapeutic provider, at the time, before my twins even, I was doing foster care. And I loved it. I loved it so much that I still do it. Even though now I have my biological children, but at the time, I loved having those children in my house, but at the same time, I was struggling. I will Google tips to handle tantrums, I will Google tips to not engage in power struggles, to handle defiance, and they were a hit or miss. Once I went through my therapeutic training and I learned about what behaviors are, what they communicate, how to respond to each behavior according to the thing that it communicates and according to each behavior level, because there are 4, then I became powerful. Then I realized that I had all these tips that I was reading. It was like having all the ingredients to make the most delicious chocolate cake, but I didn't know how to make it. When you parent your children with understanding, you are responding to the behavior from the root. That's why the behaviors that you might think they just keep coming back, it might be because you're not addressing them from the root. And yes, my twins are loud. They're 4 years old and right now they're playing with daddy. So that's why they keep coming back, because you're not addressing them from the root. What is the root? Every single behavior is the communication of a need. So everything. So when you see the tantrum, when you see the yelling, when you see the defiance, the whining, they're always trying to communicate a need that they cannot do it otherwise. And you might say, my children are verbal. Yes, because they're able to talk doesn't mean they are able to understand their feelings. In the Parenting with Understanding online program, I will be guiding you step by step to unveil what your child communicates through his behavior, so you're skillful to respond with what he needs. This program, it is an online program. You can go through it on your pace. Once you have access to it, you have lifetime access to the program, and then you have access to me through our private Facebook group exclusive for our students. And then you are going to go from dealing with the same behavior all day long to improve the frequency, intensity, and duration of those behaviors that sometimes make you want to pull your hair out, especially at this time that we're with our children all day because of the pandemic, the things that are going around the world. If you really want to love the time with your children, but sometimes you find it difficult, a lot of the times you find it difficult, it doesn't have to be that way. People say parenting is hard. Parenting doesn't have to be that hard. So right now I opened early bird enrollment just for you. You can go to the description down below, and then there is a link there, and you can access the Parenting with Understanding program 40% off. This is going to be for a very limited time. Today is April 2nd. It's going to run until April 6th. If you're watching this after that time, then the early bird is already over, but then we're going to do open enrollment for everybody else. So I encourage you to go there and enroll and start parenting your children with understanding. Please let me know in the comments what are the ages of your children, because that's another thing. This program, it is geared towards parents of children 2 to 5 years old. Some of my followers have asked me, what about if my child is 18 months old? You can still go through the program, but know that the behaviors that I talk about are behaviors that you find in the ages between 2 to 5 years old. So it is actually great because it's going to help you be prepared for the next milestone. Some other people ask me, so how long is that? You have lifetime access. It is 3 modules. Each module is divided in short video lessons that you can go through them at your pace. You can do it with your spouse as well. You share the same login information and you could access it from your phone. So yes, they are videos, but you could listen to them if you don't have the time to actually sit there and watch them. And there are worksheets and cheat sheets that you need to complete, but you could do at your pace as well. Comment down below, what are the ages of your children? And if you have any question about the program as well, I'm going to answer them, leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and keep parenting your children with understanding.